Time to get a hockey mask. Hello strangers, I'm Rachel Banner and today I will be doing the Friday the 13th tag in honour of Friday the 13th. It's a day this month. I don't know when this video is going up. So this is based on the movie Friday the 13th and this is a tag by the T-Hags. They call themselves that. So I'll link down below to their video of them doing this tag. The thing is, I've watched them do it and there's some questions I don't get. I have seen Friday the 13th, the original one, and the second one I think, and then just random ones from the series. The only ones I really remember watching in futurity is the one where adult Tommy Jarvis accidentally brings Jason back. I don't know which one that is. There's like tons. The weird one that Jason doesn't actually appear in and he's just possessing people. The space one. And obviously Jason versus Freddy, because Freddy is my one and only serial killer with magical powers. You know, I actually have a t-shirt I could that has Jason on, and like I have Friday the 13th t-shirts and stuff, but like you won't see it anyway, so what's the point? So let's get into the questions. A fictional place you would never want to spend your summer. I don't know why my mind went straight to Hogwarts, but like no one is at Hogwarts during the summer. The bad stuff has already happened by the time it comes to the summer holidays, so you'd be fine. Maybe a little sad. It'd be cool because you'd be the only one there. You could just do whatever you wanted. I don't know. Victorian London. That appears in a lot of books. I don't know. The house from Frozen Charlotte by Alex Bell is like, especially during the time the novel takes place, like, no, don't want to be there. Question 2. What sequel's more iconic than its predecessor? Oh, this is kind of like a hot one. Obviously, that's kind of like, what one do you like more than the original novel? Probably one of the Sherlock Holmes ones, like, because A Lady in Scarlet or something, whatever that the first one's called. The first Sherlock Holmes book is really weird compared to the other ones. It's like, there's like a big chunk of the book where you're not with Sherlock Holmes and Watson, so it's just like this weird thing that happens. Like suddenly we're with a Mormons and like they're like forcing their beliefs onto people, or they're gonna leave them to starve in the desert. Like that's a big chunk of Sherlock Holmes. So like Hounds of Baskerville, Hounds of Baskerville is probably the best Sherlock Holmes novel. So, and also like the stories are better than the first one. So like Hounds of Baskerville and all Sherlock Holmes stories just are better than the first one. It's like you should definitely still start with the first one because like, you know, you need to know how Sherlock Holmes and Watson met. Read them in publication order. Question 3. Name a character that would die first in a slasher. I think there's like a lot of ones and I don't want to just like copy what was stated in the original video, and I do agree with them for this one because she definitely would die first. Like I'm just like looking at good books where like none of the characters would die. Jason Todd? Obviously, he would die first in a horror film because he's really annoying and unlikable, so like it'd be really satisfying to see him die. Also, he's a teenager, so. Question 4. Your favourite mask character? Batman. It'd be deep and like say Cat Crate. Because he wears the mask. I don't know. Like, let's not be deep. 5. What character took too much damage and didn't die? The answer for this is probably should be Batman too. Like the amount of stuff that Bruce Wayne has like went through, and like he's fine. Like no lasting damage somehow. I'm like, when I think it's another character like goes through stuff and like there's like, I think there's probably like a few characters that literally do die and then come back to life, like Harry Potter. Yeah, I can only think of Harry Potter and Batman, so... Moving on. Fan cast young Kevin Bacon. I don't know what they mean by this question, really. I don't know if like they mean like pick a fictional character to you pace his character, or just like you pace Kevin Bacon with another person. I don't really get this question, and I don't know what to answer it for. Like, I don't know. I immediately thought Ewan McGregor, because he has a hilariously awkward sex scene in hindsight. It's like the two people in that sex scene go up to be Disney characters. Well, the actors both go on to play different Disney characters, so it's funny. Also, like, Kevin Bacon is like really annoying because he just like appears in this weird phone ads, so like I'm quite happy to see him die. And like I haven't seen this one in ages, I just know that the scene he's in is like super cool, the way they did the scene, but whatever. Question 7. What book punishes its characters for having sex? My immediately thought was like Twilight. And, you know, like, if you've read Bacon Dawn or you've seen the film, like, like, it's, like, one of the worst, like, it's such, like, awfulness to, like, if you have teen sex, even if you're married, you will have this happen to you. It's, like, so horrible. It's, like how to, like, put someone off for sex for life. I don't know why I'm dancing on spoilers for Twilight, because like I guess most people know what happens in Twilight once they do the deed. But like, worst pregnancy ever. Question 8. Name a character who would be the lone survivor in a horror film. So who would be my final girl, really? I'm a big fan. I think the lone survivor usually is a girl. There's very few horror films where it isn't a girl who's the lone survivor in a horror film. If there's a boy survivor, usually it's because they've got to get with them. I think Evil Dead is really the only one that I can think of where it's like it's a good horror-ish. Well, Evil Dead has its issues in hindsight, but, you know, like it's like considered a good horror film for its time, because obviously a lot of horror films have went and copied it, so it's not the same impact seeing it now, especially if you've seen other horror films. Because I'm awful, I like forget characters' names as soon as I finish reading the book, so like Harry Potter's the only book where I really like know the characters' names off by heart. You know what? Poppy from Dead Jealous by Sharon Jones would survive. We'll pick her. Question 9. What 3 characters would you play strip Monopoly with? I wouldn't want to play strip Monopoly with anyone. Strip Monopoly, I don't know, like, what a game. Sherlock Holmes, I guess. He would so not be into it, but and he'd also like try and psychoanalyze everyone, but it's like Monopoly, so like, what are you really gonna do to like psychoanalyze everyone? What's that gonna really do? So he would like probably end up losing the game. So just have like, I mean, book Sherlock Holmes as well, so I feel like if I have Sherlock Holmes I have to have Watson, and Watson would just be like losing his shit, because like I said, I think Sherlock Holmes would lose, so Watson would just be like having gay panic in the corner, not the crime, just like going through the motions of like Victorian like denying his gayness, but then there's like a lot of people think it's like basically canon that they're gay, like the way it's hinted, what's like wrote in the actual book, like comes across as like gay like code for gay in Victorian, but like that's a video for our day that I'm not informed about. Like, I do read it as gay, but I know that's from like a modern fan fiction point of view, where I've read a lot of p/fiction that's like, it's p/, or you can read it as friends, it's what up to you, and I'm like, ooh, this sexual tension. An empty house. So much sexual tension. And our character to have pastry polka at. Also, like, I'm trying to like think, like, I don't really care about like seeing anyone naked, so it's like, what? It's more like reactions that would be the interesting thing. I just like pick Moriarty. Like, also again, book Moriarty because I think it'd be hilarious. Because like, yeah, let's just like pick from Sherlock Holmes characters. 10. Question X. Pick a book that completely went off the wall. I don't know, I don't think I've actually read a lot of books with gender flips. Except I have like, I think there's like a few books that I've read, like, been advertised as like supernatural stuff, and then you start reading it, it's like, nothing happens, or like, there's a few filler books that suddenly turn supernatural. I can't think of any examples though, I'm like, but I'm just gonna like say I do really like Jason in Space. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but I also think it does, and I love it. Jason's currently frozen, so that's why we haven't seen him in a while. Dark Divine, like, turns into a Christian book. Like, it's advertised as a werewolf, but suddenly Christians. Like, was not expecting it to be so heavily with Christians, but it's not really a genre of it, so I don't know. Like, it's uncomfortable for a British person who's like, we're not big on religion the way Americans are. It's just, what other fictional mum goes too far for her kids? Some say she was justified, like, going on a killing spree where she kills everyone, even people who had nothing to do with her son's death. I want to say Molly Weasley, but she did not go too far. She would, I don't know, like, it's one of those things, it's like picking a mum who really loves her kid, but also would like kill innocent people for no reason for them. Other mother from Coraline. I haven't actually read the book, but she's a mum that definitely goes too far. But also isn't the mother of anything. I don't. Freddy versus Jason. Two powerful villains that you would like to go up against each other. I think because I've got Sherlock Holmes and Batman in my head, I thought Moriarty and the Joker would be interesting. But like, maybe I'm just like, I'm too focused on Sherlock Holmes and Batman. I know. The zombie crowd, the leader of like the Crowns and the zombie series by Darren versus Pennywise in the adaptation, the 2017 adaptation of it, specifically because he's just a clown in that and not like an elder god. I also was gonna say Freddy Krueger versus it, but like Freddy Krueger would fucking win. Especially the 2017 one, like, that is pathetic. And like, steals from Freddy Krueger. Rant, literally for our video. But yeah, like, I think that'd be interesting. You know, a funny one would be Jason versus his mother. Can you 2018 U-boot? Question 13. Who celebrated their victory a little too soon? The Loser Club and it, that could have been solved real easy if you just like carried through. All your problems solved. And you know, like, it wouldn't have saved you any more time considering the weird stuff that happened instead of like going back and you solving that. Just like go kill it. Go. You're halfway done. Go finish the job. So that is my answers to the Friday the 13th tag started by the T-Hags. Tell me if you're gonna do this tag. I tag everyone and no one. I tagged you, Jason. Oh my god, I wonder if somebody has did like YouTube as Jason. That would be hilarious. So I'll see you weirdos next time where I will be talking about a franchise I actually care about. Other than in terms of horror history. Farewell. Yeah, IKEA sells solid red candles. So, IKEA for your occult needs. You know, Pamela Voorhees is basically the only female serial killer in any of the big horror films. I really suck at tags. Oh, Layla, you've did something, haven't you?